Hi, I'm Emma, and I talk about economics, environment, and where our society is headed in the near future. Our society and economy are based around certain themes that have become overwhelmingly part of how we do things over the past few decades. They are capitalism, growth, debt, and inequality, among others. A system that has brought many people up out of poverty has plunged many more even further into despair. In a finite world with finite resources, us in the richest parts of the globe can only live the way we do because billions go without. Some say that capitalism has enriched society, but when I see the global supply chain continuously moving natural resources, wealth and labour power from the poor to the rich while plundering the natural world, I don't believe a word of it. How long can this system continue? Things are going to get worse, a whole lot worse, when the impacts of the climate crisis worsen and our oil and other resources start to become very scarce. Our material use cannot continue to increase forever, and all signs point to many of the limits and tipping points being reached in the next decade or two, if they haven't been surpassed already. Donella Meadows and her colleagues put it very clearly in their book back in the 70s called Limits to Growth. Although the exact dates are not predicted, the increase in population and capital expenditure, that is, production and consumption of material goods and resource-intensive services, is leading us towards inevitable overshoot and collapse of the worldwide economic system. It is not physically possible for infinite growth on a finite planet. The end of growth capitalism will come eventually, and most estimates suggest it'll be well before the end of this century. My mind keeps coming back to the inevitability of the collapse of our current society as we know it. What will our life be like after this change happens? Can we rely on our governments to take care of us when vulnerable global supply chains start falling down around us? Will the fossil fuel companies give us a discount when oil is running out, or help communities transfer their power systems towards renewables? I don't believe those in power will change their growthist habits unless they absolutely have to, unless we make them. There is another option. Instead of waiting for big business or governments to do the right thing, we can create a new society within, beside, instead of this consumer capitalist culture, and build it up as a people so that when the shit hits the fan, and it will, there will be something there for people to look at and say, let's do that, let's live in that way. This new society has a lot to prove, and it's not a utopia, but it will have to be structured in a way that provides everyone the means to live a happy, fulfilling life within all of our planetary boundaries. As Burch writes, enough for everyone forever. There are many organisations doing great work in this space. Check out sproutvillage.org, my website, for plenty of resources and a list of these fantastic groups. I'm trying to bring together those ideas about the new society we want to create, which will be hopefully left standing when growthism and capitalism eventually fails. It'll rise up from the ashes of consumer capitalist culture. The good news is we can create this society now. We don't have to wait for the mythical someone else. The revolution is happening from the bottom up. Get involved. Do your bit to have the alternative there ready when things go bad. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to know what actions you can take to make some big differences in your life and your local community, watch this video here. Be safe and well, and I'll see you next time.